Hello everyone. Today I wanted to talk about a brand new card that's coming out in the Avatar The Last Airbender set. That's coming out in a couple of weeks. And I apologize if I'm mispronouncing this, Wan Shi Tong Librarian. So the whole set hasn't been revealed just yet, but this might end up being the best card in the entire set, at least for Tiny Leaders Reborn. Meaning, I think it's going to be the best mana value 3 or less card from the set. Before going any further, let's see what the card actually does. And by the way, I absolutely love this artwork of the card. It reminds me of those schematic artifact cards from the Brothers War, and I absolutely love those cards. I think those cards are just gorgeous, and I think this card is just as gorgeous as those cards as well. So for X and 2 blue mana, you get a 1/1 legendary bird spirit creature that states Flash, Flying, Vigilance. When Wan Shi Tong enters, put X +1/+1 counters on him, then draw half X cards, rounded down. Whenever an opponent searches their library, put a +1/+1 counter on Wan Shi Tong and draw a card. Wow, this card is so freaking good. Is it broken? No, I don't want to say that just yet, at least not right now. But what great effects and abilities this thing has, my goodness. I think this card is going to be a staple in blue decks in TLR, in 2-color decks running blue like Azorius and Dimir. But since it does have double blue pips, it might be a bit harder to fit into 3-color decks, but it might be worth it, especially in an Esper deck. This card just screams Esper to me for some reason. You know, the fact that fetch lands are legal in TLR makes this card a lot better. Just think about it. You can flash this in late game when you have like a lot of mana up during your opponent's end of turn, surprise your opponent, draw a bunch of cards, then swing with a huge beat stick that's a flyer on your turn that your opponent has to answer. The fact that you can be both proactive and reactive with this card makes it just so good. So the card that we do have that we can compare it to is Archivist of Ogma, which is only good when you're responding to your opponent. But Wan Shi Tong is good in more situations than just responding to your opponent, more than just being reactive. So this card outclasses Archivist, which I don't think sees a lot of play in TLR decks. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not too sure, but I really don't see it play that often in this format. As a commander in TLR, who knows? It is a legendary creature, but playing this as a dedicated commander, building around it, who knows? I think it might be a little bit better in the main deck, but having a draw engine in the command zone seems pretty good to me. Call me crazy, but who knows? Time will tell. So in conclusion, yeah, I think this card is really freaking amazing because it has so many keywords. It's fast flash, it has flying, it's a relevant creature, being a bird and a spirit. It draws you cards by dumping a bunch of mana into it. And whenever your opponent searches their deck, it becomes a beast stick the more mana you sink into it. And it gets bigger when your opponent searches their deck as well. And it's not once per turn. So yeah, needless to say, I'm falling in love with this card and I don't care who knows it. Alright, so that just about does it. Let me know what you guys think about this card. And I'll see you on the next video.